Now, when you do something else, it might cause you to be happy about something, but miserable in another thing. But not when you do God's will. There's nothing like doing God's will. Now, let's do this a little bit faster. The next question then is, how will you do it? How will you do God's will? We know why we're here. We know what we're called to do. The next question is, okay, how? How are we going to do it? Well, in Jesus' case, this is how He answered it. By living a perfect and sinless life, Hebrews 4:15, and shedding my blood for the forgiveness of sin and the redemption of man, Ephesians 1:7. That's how He did it. That's how He fulfilled God's will for Him. So the next thing we need to ask ourselves is, okay, so I'm going to be a preacher. What next? How am I going to do this? And what this tries to answer is, do what needs to be done, learn what needs to be learned. Whatever it takes. See, we have to make a shift from thinking whatever to whatever it takes. I am a preacher. Whether I like it or else, I need to stand in front of people. And part of that is how to conduct myself while I'm up here. I need to learn, especially, some people, they like to hide behind a mic. They like to hide behind a mic. You don't need to turn this on. They like to hide behind the mic. The mic becomes a crutch. They actually hide behind it. Sometimes they don't know what to do with the mic. And so they start doing all kinds of stupid things, not realizing how foolish they're starting to look while they're doing this. See? Because it becomes a crutch, this mic. Now, when I felt that it was time to go wireless, cordless, and hands-free, what am I going to do with my other hand? I just got so used to holding a mic. See? So I needed to learn. I needed to learn what to do with my other hand. And some people don't realize while they're up on stage, they start doing things they should not be doing, like fixing their underwear. Kind of thing. I mean, you don't do that when you're up in front. There are certain places you don't scratch while you're in front of people. Right? I mean, you just don't do it. Pastor, what if it's itchy? It's called suffering for Jesus. What can I say? God's grace is able to keep you. See? So, I needed to learn. I needed to learn how to use my hands. I needed to learn how to use the stage. Some people actually just like to stay in one place from the beginning of the message to the end of the message. They don't move. They don't even change the tone of their voice. They just talk this way from beginning to end. And stuff like that. Nothing wrong with that. Especially if you are an insomniac, that's the right place to go. Right? But I needed to learn that. So I providentially, in my last year in high school, I was always a soccer player. World Cup. It's World Cup now. I was always a soccer player. From grade 5, I was with the varsity team of our school. I played for our school, champion all the way. All the way until 3rd year high school. And then 4th year, I decided to stop. This is my final year. We were champions from grade 5 up to 3rd year. On my 4th year, my final year, and I decided to stop. I didn't play with the team. And what did I exchange it with? Drama. I went on stage. And all because it was just a dare. It was just a dare. Said, hey, there's going to be a school play. Let's try out. So say, I don't sing. I don't know how to sing. I don't know how to act. Never mind. So we failed. But at least we can say we tried. So we went to the audition. My gosh, we got the lead parts. So here I was dancing ballet. It's a good thing hindi na ballet ang buto ko. Didn't break my bones in the process. But you see, the thing is this. I didn't realize God was using that to prepare me for the stage. See? What I thought was accidental was actually providential. God prepared me to maximize the stage, use my hands, learn to enunciate my words, and all that stuff like that, learn how to modulate my voice, and so on and so forth. Why? Because apparently it was part of my calling. But I thought it was just... The only reason why I still went on with that thing, when they told me I had the lead part, and this is the gospel truth, the only reason why I stayed, having to learn all those songs, all those dances. Can you imagine me in tights? See? It's a scary thought, right? It's scary, I tell you. Some things should not even be mentioned from the pulpit, you know. But you know why I stayed? Because of the girls. 33 girls. You know what that's called? Buffet. See? And that's the only reason why I did it. All these girls, I get to hold them, you know, all the dances, right, and everything. So you get to hold them, and all that stuff. I said, hey, this is a really good fourth year. Forget soccer, you know. But see, God used that. He knew how to bait me into getting involved there so that certain skills would get polished. What was accidental was actually providential. In other words, learn what you need to learn, do what you need to do, whatever it takes to improve yourself. We constantly need to improve ourselves for your calling, whatever your calling is. So I had to learn, for example, how to take care of my voice. I never did that before, but I needed to learn how to take care of my voice. See, and I learned from Emily, for example, don't take salabat. Okay? You don't want to do that when you're a speaker. Salabat is not good for your voice. And it worked. Worked for me. I was wondering, I was always losing my voice. Now I blame salabat. See? Now for some of you, that's a revelation. So I told you, it's good to come to church. You get revelation like salabat. Okay. In other words, there is no excuse for mediocrity. None. Not in the kingdom of God. We press ourselves to improve. The only time you stop doing that is if you're perfect. I know some of you think that way, that you already are, but chances are you're not. So there's always room for improvement. You and I, we can still improve. So we improve ourselves any way we can. I watch other preachers. I listen to other preachers. One of my idols before, if I can use that term, one of my idols in my early years, I was still in college, was Jimmy Swaggart. I know he fell in disgrace, but at that time, he was my idol. I would watch him. And I would watch. My Bible, I bought the same kind of Bible, same size Bible as Jimmy Swaggart. Because he liked to wave his Bible. You know, he would always hold it this way. Right? And he would talk a certain way and swagger a certain way. And I would follow that. In my bedroom, I'm watching him. I'm holding my Bible. I'm not listening to the message. I'm watching him perform. Because I knew that's where I was going. I knew that's where I was headed. And of course, after a while, it became Benny Hinn. So I wanted to be Benny Hinn. You know, and Benny Hinn is so different from Jimmy Swaggart. Benny Hinn is more dramatic, you know. And but he got that from Kathryn Kuhlman, see, who was even more dramatic than that. And then I later on wanted to become like this person and that person until I found Joseph Zabarte. This is Joseph Zabarte. See? And I realized I need to be me. Because if I'm so busy trying to be Jimmy Swaggart or Benny Hinn, what happens to Joseph Zabarte? He disappears. There is no Joseph Zabarte. So I need to be me. But improve yourself. See, our whole educational system is geared to make people average. One of the first things you learn in school is called this, GPA.